Welcome to my computer screen. Let me just minimize that. So, today we'll be talking about language testing and what is the equivalency charts when it comes to CRS calculator. Our video will revolve around Canadian language benchmarks, that is CLB. Let me just highlight that so that you understand it better. All right, so it is for English. For French, you have this weird name that must be Canadian language benchmark again, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, so CLB. What is CLB? And when you are calculating your CR score in the thingy CRS calculator, or when you're entering the express entry profile, your CLB level matters, not the IELTS score. I mean, if your overall IELTS score was 8 bands, that does not mean that your CLB level is 8. And if your overall score, IELTS score, is 7, that will not mean that your CLB level is 7. Let me just explain that further. So this chart is about CELPIP, right? So since in Pakistan we don't have the facility of CELPIP, so we'll not be discussing that. And IELTS is actually the most common testing that we use for English language testing, right? In Pakistan, India especially. In IELTS, if your overall score is 8 bands, let's say, your test report form, the TRF, if it says that your IELTS overall score is 8 bands, that will not mean you are CLB level 8. All right. If your TRF says that your overall score is 7 bands, right? The 7 bands. That will not mean your CLB level being 7. Okay, so this is the purpose of this video, just to explain the difference between IELTS results and the CLB level. I mean, CLB level 7 is basically overall IELTS 6 bands, right? And by the way, this is the minimum eligibility criteria. If you score below CLB 7, you are not eligible for express entry profile. So this is something I've opened the reference page over here. Yeah, here you can see CLB level 7. CLB level 7 will award you 16 points in the 67 points calculator. I've made a separate video on this topic, so that will be available in the I button so that you can check it out after watching this video. CLB level 7 is minimum eligibility. If you score below CLB level 7 in IELTS, you will not be eligible to apply in express entry profile or in express entry pool. You can still apply for Canada immigration, but that will be from different means, not from express entry. Okay, so we start from CLB 7 when it comes to express entry, but that will not mean or that will not guarantee your ITA. I mean, scoring a CLB 7 is no good. I mean, you will only be eligible, but that will not mean that you will be getting an ITA without a job offer for that matter. Yeah, but people who have job offers or who have provincial nominee programs, then they will make shift with CLB level 7. So we're going to close this window. Oh, we're going to close this window as well. Now, CLB level 9, this is the most talked about CLB level when it comes to IELTS. It is called the golden score, right? So if you could see right here that listening is more important or rather crucial than the other modules of IELTS. For example, in CLB 9, you need 7 bands in reading, 7 in writing, and 7 in speaking. Yeah, but your listening bands, they need to be 8 bands at least. Then your score becomes the golden score. But if your age is above 30, then this is no more a golden score in the current scenario. In the current scenario, CLB level 10 is your way out. Right. So as an example, I will take you to the CRS calculator tool, right? And I will show what I just talked about. Okay. So let me just quickly go through these smaller things here. You already know about these things. If you don't know, I've already created videos on CRS calculator. Right. So we will be selecting the golden score at the moment. Right. That is 8777. See, listening 8 and 777 in the other things. Now, I will be quickly saying no to everything. Just bear with me for a second. I had actually filled it, but I think the page got refreshed or something. Right. So 469 will be the score. Yes. If you have the golden score, as they called it, or as they've been calling it for 2, 3 years now. If you score the golden score, CLB 9, then your CRS will be 469. And maybe if you've been following the current trends, then maybe 469 is not good enough anymore. So you might need CLB 10 in one module or another. All right, so here was the score. Now, let's dig deeper into each module, okay? Speaking, as you can see, the maximum points, um, 7.5 to 9, right? So let's assume that you scored 8.5 in speaking. Still, you will get the same marks or same CRS similar to the person who scored 7.5 in speaking. So that is the maximum slab, all right? It does not get any better than that. So if we select um, the highest ones, right? Listening gets topped up at 8.5, okay? So for CLB 10, you need to score 8.5 in listening. Reading is exhausted at 8 bands, and writing is exhausted at 7.5 bands. So you can see similarity between speaking and writing. Writing maxes out at 7.5 and speaking also maxes out at 7.5. Okay, whereas reading is more I would say asking than speaking and writing. Okay, in the reading module you will need to score 8 bands for securing rather a CLB 10, and listening is again 8.5. So let's calculate the score again and see what impact does it have on our CRS now. So previously we had 469 CRS. Now we have 481. Voila. Now there's a difference of 12 points. 12 points between CLB level 9 and CLB level 10. So these 12 points, they're crucial, they're vital, especially if your age is is above 30, then CLB 10 might be the only way out. I'm saying it again. Now, there is a lot of confusion among people, and they send me messages in the inbox as well, and they send me emails, and they send me WhatsApp as well. So, what is that question? I mean, they've scored CLB level 9 in everything, but in one module, their score is less than CLB 9. Let me take you back to the original table that we've been discussing, right? So, let's assume that you scored 8 in listening, 7 in reading, 7 in speaking, right? That is CLB level 9 so far. But if your score was 6.5 in writing, then in writing you will get points based on CLB 8 for writing only. For the other three modules, you will be getting points for CLB level 9. Okay, so each module is different. I mean, listening, writing, reading, speaking. Uh, One could be CLB level 10 and three could be CLB level 9. So, I mean, there's this difference. Okay, so let me just give you an example. We have calculated 481 points, an addition of 12 points on the basis of CLB 10. Okay, now let me just reduce writing by zero point 0.5 bands, right? So now let's see what impact a CLB 9 in writing would have on our CRS. Okay, so that is a difference of 3 points. Let me just confirm it. Yes. From 481, we came down to 478. Now, um, to explain it further, if we change the speaking score from CLB level 10 to CLB level 9, now we have two CLB 9 here, speaking and writing CLB 9, listening and reading CLB 10. Now let's see uh, how much CRS now we're going to get at. 475. So, I mean, from 481 to 475, each CLB level 10, each module gives you three bands, sorry, three CRS points. So, if we scored CLB level 10 in everything, that will be 4 multiplied by 3, that is 12. So our scores increased from 469 to 481. That was 12 points, 4 multiplied by 3 points each. So that goes same if you scored a CLB level 9 in everything, but in writing you scored CLB level 8. So your scores will change accordingly. You need to work that out. You need to work all that out so that you know what your target is. And my recommendation, never settle for anything less than CLB level 10, at least in your visions. I mean, your aim should be CLB level 10. If your aim is CLB level 10, you might get close to CLB level 10 in one module or two. But in most cases, CLB level 10 is difficult, even for advanced or fluent users of English language. It is difficult. I mean, I will not say that it is easy, but it is achievable, right? People have achieved it in their first attempts, and I know people who attempted IELTS 3 times only to score a CLB level 9 in all 4 modules. And there have been people, I mean, I've heard about them, that they have been attempting IELTS test for 13 times in order to get this golden score. I mean, that was applicable till 2017, 2018, and even 2019. But now the competency level has increased a lot. Competition has increased a lot. Now you need at least, I would say, two CLB 10s and two CLB 9s. I mean, in listening, you need to work on your listening the most so that you get 8.5 bands in the listening part. I mean, if in the reading part you get 7 bands, and in writing and speaking you get 7 bands each, then still that will be above the golden score. I mean, if you scored 8.5, then your CRS will be more than 469. Let me just work it out again. Reading is 7. Now everything else apart from listening is CLB 9, but listening is CLB 10. So let's just see that instead of 469, how many points will be given? So you could see 472. So now why am I stressing on listening? Because 8.5 seems difficult. I mean, there's a difference of 2.5 bands, sorry, 1.5 bands from other CLB 9s. So that is why I'm stressing more on listening. So each CLB 10 will give you 3 more points than CLB 9. If you score 2 CLB 10, you will be given 6 points. If you score 3 CLB 10s, you will be given 9 points more than a CLB 9. So you see the importance, and I'm not going to discuss CLB 8 because the chances would be very slim if you are in FSW. But if you are applying for Saskatchewan, then CLB level 8 is all they need. I mean, they don't need a CLB level 9 or 10. All they need is CLB level 8. So if you have CLB level 10 for SINP Saskatchewan, you will be given same points as CLB level 8. And in case of Prince Edward Island will give you same points for CLB level 10 and 9. I mean, if you score CLB level 10 and another person scores CLB level 9, it will be same in terms of Prince Edward Island. And however, in ONP, that is Ontario or Alberta and Ontario or Nova Scotia or British Columbia or whatever, if they are picking you from the express entry pool, then your CLB level 9, CLB level 10 will matter a lot in PNP as well. So I hope I've made everything clear. Still, if you have any questions regarding the judgment of your CLB level, or if you have any problem in transferring it on the CRS calculator or in your express entry pool, then please, you are welcome to ask the questions in the comment sections below. So if you are interested in more informative videos regarding the Canadian immigration. All my videos, they are based on educating the beginners of the process. I mean, once you are in the process and once you know these things, maybe you'll know more than me. I mean, I don't call myself an expert. So this is the point of this channel. If you like it, if you like the vision, please do subscribe it and give the video a thumbs up. All right. So this is Iftikhar, and I hope you score the most in your CRS calculator and then in your express entry profile. Wish you all the best. Allah Hafiz.